Think about everything school taught you: algebra, history, how to write an essay, how to analyze a poem. You sat in classrooms for years, passed subjects, got certificates, and then you graduated. You entered the real world, and within months, you realized something. Nobody taught you how to handle money. Nobody explained how taxes work. Nobody showed you how debt compounds. Nobody told you what to do with your first paycheck. You were handed a diploma and sent into a world that runs entirely on money, without a single lesson on how money actually works. And that's not an accident. Here's what nobody wants to say out loud: the school system was not designed to create wealthy people, it was designed to create workers. People who show up, who follow instructions, who earn a salary and spend it. Because an economy needs consumers, not investors, not wealth builders. Consumers, people who earn money, and immediately put it back into the system. And the best way to create consumers is to never teach them what to do with money. So they spend it on things that feel good now, on things that feel normal, on things everyone around them is doing. And the cycle continues, not because people are stupid, but because they were never taught better. The first thing school never taught you is the difference between earning money and keeping money. Most people believe that earning more solves every financial problem. Get a better job, get a raise, get a promotion, and everything will be fine. But that's not how it works, because earning is just the beginning. What you do with what you earn is what actually determines your financial future. You can earn $1,000 a month and have nothing to show for it in 10 years. Or you can earn $500 a month and build something real. The difference is not the income, it's the awareness. And school never taught you that. The second thing school never taught you is how debt actually works. Not just the debt, but how it compounds, how it grows, how it quietly takes more from you every single month. Most people take on debt without understanding that they're agreeing to. They see the monthly payment, not the total cost. They see the convenience, not the conscience. And by the time they understand, they're already deep inside it. Because debt is not just a financial tool, it's a psychological one. It makes you feel like you can afford things you can't. It makes tomorrow's money feel like today's money. And that gap between what you feel like you have and what you actually have is where financial stress is born. The third thing school never taught you is that time is your most valuable financial asset. Not your salary, not your degree, not your job title. Time. Because money grows with time. Small amounts invested consistently over long periods become something extraordinary. But nobody told you that at 18, nobody showed you what $100 a month invested for 30 years actually becomes you spend it instead on things that felt important, on things that felt urged, on things that are gone now. And time moved forward anyway, without asking your permission, without waiting for you to be ready. And every year that passes, without understanding this, is a year of compounding you can never get back. The fourth lesson schools skip entirely is the difference between an asset and liability. Most people spend their whole lives buying liabilities and calling them assets. A car that loses value every year, a phone upgraded every 2 years, a lifestyle financed by debt. These are not assets. They are expenses wearing a costume. Real assets are things that grow, things that generate value over time, things that work even when you're not. But nobody explained this. Nobody drew that line. So people spend their entire working lives trading time for money, buying things that disappear, and wondering why they never feel financially ahead. Here's what I want you to understand: none of this is your fault. You didn't fail, the system failed you. But the moment you become aware of what you were never taught is the moment you can start making different decisions. Not perfect decisions, not dramatic ones, just different ones. Because financial education is not about having all the answers, it's about asking better questions. Why do I spend this way? Where is my money actually going? What am I building toward? And those questions, once you start asking them, change everything. Because the financial lessons school never taught you are not complicated. They're just hidden. Hidden behind a system that benefits from unawareness. But now you know, and knowing is where everything begins. If this resonated with you, welcome to the Asian Broke Diary, where we talk about money the way nobody ever taught us to. Honestly, simply, and without judgment. Because it's never too late to learn what you should have been taught along. And if there's one thing I want you to take with you today, is this: you are not bad with money. You were just never shown how. There's a difference, a big one. And the fact that you're here reading this, asking these questions means something already shifted. Don't waste that shift. Follow along, stay curious, keep learning. Because every week, we break down one more thing they forgot to teach us in a way that actually makes sense. No jargon, no judgment, just honest conversations about money from people who had to figure it out the hard way. Save this, share it with someone who needs it. Might be the one that changes everything for them. See you in the next one.